Drifting back is Petrutz. He's at the wall, and Gavin Grahovac sails a two-run home run to left, and the Aggies lead 13-4. Grahovac, high fly ball to left field. Drifting back is Petrutz. He's at the wall, and Gavin Grahovac sails a two-run home run to left, and the Aggies lead 13-4.
That's Andrew Monaco on the Texas A&M Aggies radio network. Gavin Grahovac, the two-time reigning SEC Player of the Week with a homer in Game 2 against Alabama this past weekend for the top-ranked Texas A&M Aggies, is joining us on Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers. 36-5 of the Aggies, 13-5 ahead of a series with 17th-ranked Georgia in College Station this weekend. Gavin, you homered again on Tuesday. You got 15 dongs now inside the SEC, one of the league leaders. We'll get into your numbers. We'll get into the season, your story, how you ended up in College Station, but my dude, it's draft day. You got to tell me, who's your NFL team, and what are you looking forward to most tonight?
Growing up, I was a Cowboys fan. I got a lot of family from Dallas, so I know that might be a heavy hitter for some people. I know a lot of people don't like the Cowboys, but no, I'm a big Cowboys fan, enjoy them, so excited for today.
I want to pull up the should I pull up the lock mock, David? David Kahn, Kyle Schassburger, of course, with you. We'll come back to that. We'll see where our resident degenerate and draft expert has the Cowboys selecting in the first round. But Gavin, let's go to your nickname, because I know when you're on with Will Johnson and Andrew Monaco on Studio 12 earlier this year, you got into breakfast. I know it's early in the morning. We're talking Thursday ahead of the series with Georgia. Not a coffee guy. You're an apple juice guy, so I know you're well hydrated. But do you have a nickname? Like, this team seems to have really embraced you. We'll get into the chemistry, but tell me, do you have a nickname that these guys have bestowed upon you in this terrific freshman campaign you're currently undergoing?
It's not more the guys, it's more the coaches. A lot of the coaches call me G-Man. So that's a common thing I'll hear from Coach Slosh when I'm on the field or just anywhere. I'll be walking down the hallway, hey, G-Man, what's going on? So it's just kind of been instilled through that. But nothing really crazy besides that.
Do you prefer that people call you G-Man versus try and pronounce your last name? Because it's not an easy one. And for those who don't know, it's Grahovac, right? We said that correctly?
Correct.
What's the worst way someone has butchered saying your last name? Because I imagine it's happened to you.
Some people have added like L's and just some like crazy letters in my last name. I remember when I was younger, I was in some tournaments and people would try to pronounce my name. And I was just like, that's not even genuinely close to any letter that's in my last name. But yeah, it gets interesting sometimes.
So a year ago, you were patrolling the outfield. You were catching for Villa Park High School in California, en route to a second straight California State Player of the Year honor as a second-rated outfield prospect, according to Perfect Game. Now, Gavin, you opened as the preseason D1 Baseball SEC Freshman of the Year, leading off. You've started every game and playing third for the number one ranked team in the country, setting the table for two of the most menacing hitters nationally in Jace Lavalette and Braden Montgomery. What's the transition been like for you? Because it doesn't appear that you've blinked.
I would say the transition's been, at the beginning, it's a big change. I mean, high school to college ball is a big change, no doubt. But as the season's gone on, fall ball went on, kind of got back home for a little bit, came back. Everything's been great. The guys have been awesome. They've supported me through it all. They've helped me prepare. The coaches have helped me prepare. It's taken a lot of work, and it's still taking a lot of work. I'm still young, still maturing, but these guys have helped me a lot down the road, and I'm more than excited to be here. So,
I know in high school you were a utility guy, right? Like you were ranked as an outfielder, but you played basically everywhere on the infield, seemingly except for third base. But now here in college, you transitioned to third, replacing a big name in Trevor Warner, who was drafted last year. How did Jim Schlossnagle and the coaching staff come to find you a home at third base? Was it the only spot available for you, or was that just where they thought you'd be the best natural fit?
Well, actually in high school, I played shortstop every game of high school. So everyone had kind of ranked me as an outfielder. All the summer circuits, I'd played outfield. I'd play the infield. I'd caught. When me and Slosh had first talked, it'd kind of been, hey, what's the plan? What do you see yourself doing down the road? Where do you want to play in the big leagues? And I was like, well, I want to be on the infield. I want to be on the left side of the infield somewhere. And we kind of came down to third. Obviously, Trevor was here. The spot was open for Trevor leaving, and then it was go time from there. So I wanted to win that spot, and Coach gave me that opportunity, and I ended up winning it out.
And just 3 errors all season for you at this point. How much conversation was there with your cousin, Garrett Mitchell, former UCLA shortstop? I know you talk pretty regularly. You send videos of each other, your swings, you break it down, you have fun with it. I know you're jonesing at the chance to be able to see him play if they come down to the state of Texas. But how did he help maybe in your adjustment to the infield at the college level based on his own previous experience in Westwood?
A lot. I mean, that's my guy. I go to him for everything pretty much. I mean, I'm going down the same road he was. Obviously, in high school, he was a big-time prospect, had the opportunity to get drafted, and I'm going to college, best decision he ever made. So just he helped me out a lot when it came down to my decision. And when I came here, when things weren't going well, he helped me get through it. He helped me kind of see the other end of the stick. So he's been awesome. He's been a great resource for me my entire life, not even just through baseball, but it's awesome having him in my corner.
And something that I think that Garrett will be able to help you with sooner rather than later is going through the draft process, as he was drafted a couple of years ago. And you actually were in the 2023 MLB draft out of high school, and you decided to pull out at the last minute and go to Texas A&M, commit and play at the college level. Talk us through that process, because that's obviously a big decision for you, your family, and everybody around you as to what you're going to do with the rest of your life.
Right. Draft day is an exciting day for every young kid. It's your dream. That's what you're looking forward to at a high school. Obviously, I had the opportunity to make that decision, and not many people get to be in that scenario, and I was very blessed to be there. But I don't know, it really came down to how I really saw my future going. There wasn't really anything too crazy to it. I have a bigger picture for myself. The coaches had a bigger picture for me. The timing of where I was at, how I was feeling about the way I play the game, I have a lot more to mature on, no doubt. Obviously, I think I could have gone either way and hopefully been successful, but obviously we've seen how this year's panned out so far, and everything's been great. Nothing really stood out when it came to the decision. Me and my parents had talked about it, kind of last minute thing. I was like, hey guys, I really want to sit down. We were sitting there watching the draft. I take my parents away into a room. I was like, hey, I really want to make this decision. I'm in a spot right now where I could go either way, and I want to be comfortable with the decision and be happy with it. And we went and talked about it, and we ended up deciding to pull my name out of the draft and come in here. And I get on the phone with the coaches, and I was more than excited to be on the phone with them. So everything God has a plan for everything, and that's just what I've believed since I was little. My parents have always talked about it. Everything will end up the way it needs to be, and this was the way I wanted to go.
Gavin Grahovac, stud freshman for the top-ranked Texas A&M Fighting Aggies, 6'2", 220-pound true freshman at Gavin Grahovac. On Twitter, third in home runs, tied for third in average at 333 inside the Southeastern Conference, third in RBI at 51 for the Aggies, tied with Charlie Condon, maybe the front runner for SEC Player of the Year. I'm sure Braden Montgomery would have something to say about that, Gavin's teammate, but tied with Charlie for third with 57 runs scored in the SEC, tied for 10th or top 10 in home run and hits overall inside the league. Gavin, to piggyback off the draft discussion and the minor league system, your cousin is Garrett Mitchell with the Brewers, but your dad also played inside the San Francisco Giants organization, played in the minor league system, also coached, within the organization. How much did you glean on what he had to say in terms of his wisdom going through the process leading up to the draft? And, really overall, what can you say about the impact he has had on your life from a baseball standpoint and even helping to mold you into who you've become today in College Station?
Oh, he's had an unbelievable amount of impact on my life. Obviously, we've seen what he's done in the baseball world. He coached for many of years, had the opportunity to play. Having a dad like that, it's unbelievable. He's helped me get through every scenario I've been through. He's been there. It's nice when you got someone who's been in that scenario, who's coached people in that scenario. He's seen everything you could see. But my dad's been awesome. He's helped guide me through every single thing in my life. He's supported me. He's honestly a big reason the way I am right now. That guy been my coach my entire life, but it's also nice having a dad like that. So there was times where we had to find a way to separate the dad and the coach, but that's just every father-son relationship when it comes to sports. But no, he's been awesome. He's guided me through everything. He supported me. He's pushed me. He's helped me become a really, really great player and a really good person. So can't thank him enough for that.
Yeah, you talk about how important it is to have a guy like that in your corner, in a father figure, and really a father literally. another guy that's been important to have in your corner is your head coach, Jim Schlossnagle, who has come in and just been otherworldly at Texas A&M. Just talk about your relationship with Coach Schlossnagle. You talked about how your conversation going into the season of where you're going to play, but it seems like you two really have a special relationship. On a recent Texas A&M Aggies podcast, Jace Lavalette reveals that Jim Schlossnagle always slaps you on the chest with like a monster hit right before the game. So tell us about how that kind of developed and what maybe a moment that you've had with Schloss that defines the kind of coach and person that he is.
Yeah, well, the slapping part, I'm not really sure how that developed. We were kind of just in our pregame meeting, and he got done talking and just turned around and whacked me. And I was like, oh, okay, knocked the air out of me a little bit. But everyone started laughing. Everyone just kind of looked around like, is he all right? But after that, we just kind of stuck with it. We kept winning, so we kind of kept the same ritual there. But no, Coach Schloss has been awesome. He's been nothing but amazing. He's had the utmost confidence in me, and obviously he put me in the leadoff role, had as much confidence to do that as a freshman. So it's been awesome being able to learn from him, kind of see what he has to offer. But he knows everything you can about the game. It's one of the best coaches ever, honestly, in college baseball. I think it can be testified by a lot of people. But Coach Schloss and me, we have a special relationship for sure. I mean, obviously I'm still a freshman, but we've developed a good bond. So hopefully these next few years we continue to keep growing. But no, Coach Schloss is awesome. He always finds his little ways to get his one-liners in there. But something special about Schloss is that even when someone messes up, he never will hold a grudge against you. You know, it's always a way to learn, and he knows that. Sometimes he might get angry, but I mean, he knows that everyone's going to make mistakes. Not everyone's perfect. So he's been great about helping me with that. Obviously, I'm going to make mistakes. I'm still learning. A lot of other guys are going to make mistakes as well, but he's done a great job of helping us develop in that department.
What's your favorite one-liner that Schloss has dropped this year?
Oh my gosh. Oh no, I don't really know. I can't think of any off the top of my head. They kind of just come and go. Like you'll make a mistake and he'll just kind of be like, did you mean to do that? Or like, what was that? Like, did you try to do that?
Certain level of dryness and sarcasm.
I just remember, actually, no, I do remember one. There was one time, I think it was in the fall. We had just gotten our new gloves and I had missed the ball, and he goes, "Is that the new glove or the one you're using before? Because I'm not sure if that one works." And I was like, "Oh gosh."
Ooh, he is blunt and brutal. I love it.
But then he started laughing, and we kind of just moved on, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you've talked about that, the fact that he forgets things 10 seconds later. Like he'll get on you, and then all of a sudden he's back to just coaching you and loving on you and loving on the guy. So I think that's a really, important point to bring up about how he treats his players and he treats his team overall. We talked about the fact that he slaps you across the chest. Have you told him, is there any way that you can kind of reverse it on him? Like if you guys get to Omaha, if you guys win it all, is there a bet in the works where, hey, if we do a certain thing this year, I get to do it back to you?
I don't know if he'll be able to stand after that one. I mean, the way he hits me, I don't know if he'll be able to stand after I get him. So we're gonna let him just stick to hitting me. We'll let that one keep going.
I want to.
Nothing personal, Coach. Nothing personal. If you watch this.
Gavin, we'd love to ask you about the SEC and the level of competition, the toughest pitcher you face, but I don't know, you're probably going to give me coach speak, player speak. I mean, we can all guess what you're going to say. I would be curious though, who is the toughest singular pitcher if you do have a guy that you remember, but I want to get to some of the fun stuff, and I'm talking about Rattling Bog, I'm talking about Fungo Golf League. So just real quick, to this point, entering the 7th SEC weekend, who's the toughest SEC pitcher you've faced so far?
I would have to say the toughest guy I faced so far was Caglione. That was a tough at bat. I mean, the guy throws hard. He's got good stuff. He's a big dude on the mound, big presence. But I would probably say that's been the toughest at bat so far. But you got to deal with those guys, roll with those punches, and you're going to see them all the time here. So
absolutely, there's no days off. We have a special affinity certainly for Cags on this podcast. So we appreciate the hat tip. Players know. Special plays, special players. What's up, brother? All right. You quote tweeted Hayden Schott's post about farmer tans and catching some rays earlier this week saying, "I love my father." We'll get to the Fungo Golf League, but is he your father? We already talked about your real dad, but explain that relationship because he's a transfer. He's a newcomer as well. And the comfort, the chemistry this team has around each other. I'd say on and off the diamond, but with Fungo Golf and all the images that Schott posts, it seems like you all spend as much time at the yard as possible.
Yeah, I mean, Shot has been honestly one of the best leaders that you could ever imagine. I mean, that guy in the clubhouse is unbelievable, and all of us are more than lucky to have someone like that we can learn from in a clubhouse. I mean, that guy keeps it light, keeps it fun. He just enjoys every day, no matter what kind of day it is. Good day, bad day, that guy's got a smile on his face, and he's going to continue to keep everyone's spirits up, no matter if we won or lost. But he's been awesome. Every guy looks up to him. He's instilled some things here in this program in just his year of being here that honestly could continue to grow here in the years coming. Everyone loves him. Coach loves him. There's no dull times with him. But all of us here together, I mean, you come to this field, there will always be somebody here. No matter who it is, it's always, you're going to end up in a conversation for like 10 minutes before you leave here. So there's no just, hey, what's going on? See you later. It's like, all right, hey, how's your day? How's everything going? Like, you're going to end up talking. So every guy on this team has a relationship, no matter your position player, pitcher, faculty member, no matter what, you're going to end up having a relationship.
Love that. And also, you credited on a recent podcast for Texas A&M Hayden Schott with the creation of Fungo Golf.
Right.
We would love to know, we know the rules are no shirts, no sunscreen, just Correct. You all going out there and getting tans, because in your own words, you all are a bunch of really white boys that need to get tan.
Correct.
So no sunscreen allowed. And I know my guy Shass lives by that credence as well. So tell us the rest of the rules of Fungo Golf. Give us kind of the inside scoop, because I know you've done 5 editions of this, right? So the 6th one got to be coming up soon. But what are the rules? How does this work?
Honestly, the most simple rules I can give you is this. This is Schott. He wants us to go out there, have fun, let all the baseball that we've had go for the rest of the week. That's your day to just enjoy yourself, go out there, enjoy Aggie Land, be on the field, you're barefoot, shirts off, or we have a new uniform that's our good tank top. It says good across our chest. So we have that uniform too if you decide to wear that. But no, you just Fungo Golf. You pick a spot on the field, you play whatever kind of par you want to play, move to the next round. Whoever wins it picks the next hole. You can literally go anywhere within the baseball field. You can go up in the stands, go up in the eating area, wherever you want. But no, he's instilled something awesome here, and we've had a great time playing. It really is it is relaxing. It's a little reset for us. We call it Monday resets or Sunday resets, whatever day we do it on, but normally Mondays. We call it Monday reset for us, and it's been awesome. It's been so much fun. Obviously, everyone loves it. I'll be going out to random places. I remember I was at a restaurant one time. Somebody goes, "Oh, I can't wait for this week's Fungo Golf episode." And I was like, "What the heck?" That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Well, and the vibes. I mean, it's all about the vibes. It seems like the DJ is also, a mandatory part of that in terms of the music in the background and everything else. It seems to be some awesome team building that y'all go out and do week in and week out. You talk about Aggie Land. I mean, there's Bluebell Park. There's 7,000 people even on a Tuesday. Things you're experiencing for the first time here this season. Aggie fans are wild. You got the Ball 5 chant. The bubbles are flying everywhere. You've talked about Section 203 before, which seems to be synonymous, with Aggie home games. Kahn had reminded me, we believe that's the very section, and we'll see you in Hoover coming up in a few weeks. I think that's the very section that Aggie fans occupy. They might be small in numbers, but they're among the loudest,
Right.
that make it all the way to Hoover, and they post up in Section 203. But I'm curious about the new theme song that has emerged that is probably blaring throughout Bluebell Park every time that you guys take the field, and that's the Rattlin' Bog. How did this Irish folk song take over this Aggie squad, the number one ranked team in the country? It kind of, the little jig that accompanies it's reminiscent of your boy.
Yeah.
Right here on the dance floor. I love it.
So that's awesome. No, I remember one day Schott came in actually, and he goes, "Hey, what do you guys got in the song Rattlin' Bog?" And some of us were like, "What's that?" Other guys were like, "Oh, interesting." And then we play the song. He's like, "I'm gonna go ask Slosh about it. I'm gonna ask him about it. That needs to be incorporated in the field. Like we need that in the game. Maybe when we score a run, or any time in the middle of an inning." And we were like, all right. So he goes up and asks Slosh, and Slosh goes, "Love it. Let's do it." So Schott goes up and talks to our person who does all of our music and sounds during the game, and she loved it too. And now it's our thing. I think Schott just wanted something that was a little more upbeat, something that everyone would love. I don't know if everyone knows the song. I think people just more like the rowdiness of it and the fact that we're all dancing on the field. Everyone's dancing up in the stands. Everyone's screaming, yelling. Exactly that. That's about it. I mean, there's been video of us in the dugout after we score a run, and everyone's jumping up and down doing the dance. So it's just fun, man. That's all we want to have. We just want to have fun out here and be as light as we can. Enjoy every moment here.
Couple more minutes here with Gavin Grahovac of the Texas A&M Aggies getting set for a series with Georgia coming up this weekend in College Station. Gavin, you mentioned that Rattling Bog being your thing here in 2024. Well, last year's Aggies team, their thing was the luggage cart that they would bring everywhere. We haven't seen it this year. You weren't around for when they had it last season. Where'd it go? Is it gone? Like, did you guys have a proper burial for it going into this season? Trying to exercise any demons where you didn't accomplish your goal in 2023? What's the deal? Where'd it go?
I think it was honestly just a new year, new celebration. I mean, I don't think it was anything too crazy. I didn't know too much about. Obviously, I saw a lot last year. Jace had plenty of them coming down the dugout. But no, honestly, I think it was just a new year, new thing for us, and we were still trying to figure out what that was. We have the mini hoop in the dugout when we hit a home run, so we'll do that. Obviously, they changed no celebrations on the field, so we try our best to stay in the field, or stay in the dugout. But no, I think it was just new team, new celebration. Kind of go the next year, new team. Let's keep doing something new.
All right. Well, R.I.P. to the whammy wagon. It was it was a wonderful time. We got a picture of it last year in Hoover on our SEC Radio Network account, and it was the most blown up thing that anything we tweeted all week. It was incredible.
That's awesome.
It was good. Gavin, we'll get you out on this. In this new era of NIL and everything else, and you can plug whatever you'd like. Like, I'd be curious. Like, tell me, you're a star-studded freshman, highly talented recruited, leading off of the number one ranked team in the land. I mean, what is it that you got going on off the diamond that you might want to push, that interests you want to plug? I know in the FGL videos, Fungo Golf League, there's a lot of good merch. I want to know where I can get some of that. Like, what's the connection there? That's some good stuff, man. So tell us what's maybe something we don't know about you, and what might you be promoting off the diamond? Well, I'll first go about the good merch. The good thing, it's just kind of something that we kind of developed here. Slosh had given it to us early, and basically good is any situation, whether good or bad, you got to find the good in it. So if something goes bad, got to find the good in it. It's just kind of a mindset that you got to live. It's not something you can just do. You got to live that mindset. And I think we've done a good job of it. And now we portray it on our shirts. Some guys wear it under shirts during games, but it's just kind of our thing. But no, off the field, I don't know. I work with this energy drink company called A-Shock back in California. It's an awesome energy drink company. If you guys want to go check that out, A-Shock Energy. They're great. Let's think. It's the biggest one I can think of right now. But they've been awesome for me. Anything here at Texas A&M has been awesome. Nothing too crazy. So just kind of go with it. It's early, my man. You are the front runner for SEC Player of the Year as a freshman. SEC Freshman of the Year, 2-time reigning SEC Freshman Player of the Week. You've got 18 multi-hit games. You had another one on Tuesday night in the 13-11 win over Houston. Again, 15 dingers for you, my man. You've been killing it. The table center for this lineup, the most feared lineup, I think, in all of college baseball at this point. And we'll see if the good times can keep on rolling this week at home against Georgia. That's games on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 6 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 1 o'clock Central Time. Top-ranked Texas A&M at number 17, Georgia. And this has been the freshman and the leadoff man, Gavin Grahovac of the Texas A&M Aggies. Gavin, we appreciate you so much on Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers, my man.
Appreciate you guys having me. This is awesome.
All right, thanks, bro. Thank you so much. We'll catch up with you. We'll say hello in a few weeks, all right, in Hoover.
Awesome, guys.
Kyle, yeah, we'll tag you on Twitter, all that. We'll send to Kyle. So we appreciate you, man. Good luck.
Thank you, Gavin.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, appreciate it, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, just keep that link up if you're okay.
Yeah,
just for a little bit. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Let me stop recording.